You did not know could get that worse. Too few experiences in the tangled web of human emotions are as profoundly universal and uniquely personal as the journey of moving on. This journey is a pilgrimage of the heart, one that doesn't map onto calendars or timelines. It's a path marked not by milestones, but by subtle shifts in the soul, a process that is as deeply individual as navigating the complexities of one's own psyche and identity. Unrequited love, with its deep pangs of longing and layers of what-ifs, often feels like a shadow that clings to every step we take towards the light of deliverance. The pain of loving someone who doesn't love you back rankles and overwhelms. A silent tempest that rages within it is like somewhat unseen from the outside yet deeply felt inside. It's a form of mourning, a grief for the love that was given but not returned, for the future imagined but not shared. Letting go of this unfruitful relationship is a tricky one, much more so you are stuck in a same place and have to see them every day. They could be a classmate in college, a co-worker working on a same project, or a neighbor who wouldn't move to other country anytime soon. You will have to see them every day, like a reminder they are that there has been so much you could have done. Were you to sport a smarter, sweeter mouth? You think to yourself. You could have won their heart and holding their hand before your mutual friends. Were you not a 200-pounder of mediocrity swimming in the sea of excellent people you'd erroneously mark them as competitors, you would have reserved a seat in their heart. In your mind's eyes, you wouldn't just look good, and mind's nose smell fragrant. You could have ended that series of maudlin self-pity and self-elimination from the get-go. But you couldn't, as if you have the responsibility to shrink smaller and ever smaller around them. When there is a hiatus where you wouldn't see them, you have to fantasize what life would be like. Did they talk a little bit more about you amongst your mutual friends? What was her thought on you in depth, and what life would be like forming a family with them? It runs the gamut from slightly positive to downright negative. What if, while they are just so kind as to not trample on your dignity openly, they abhor you, poor-mouth you, poke fun of you behind your back? What if they have a better crush, and you, a mere shadow, couldn't hold a candle to half of them? What if they have the same sexuality as you, and the default setting dictates you should be a competitor and not a lover? Then on the other occasions, you regret that you allow yourself to ever indulge in this pigsty of silly thoughts, unable to extricate yourself from its clutch. You have consciously allowed unhealthy emotions fester to a point that it's uploaded to your subconscious mind. It has become a major part that adds to the complexities of your own psyche and identity. Every relationship ends, so does the one yet to start, and that never started. One day you will just have to pack your things and move, be it from college, workplace, or neighborhood. It wouldn't just the end for you, though. For the next few years, your subconscious mind obligingly keeps reminding you of your failure, you're not trying your best when you had your chance. Everywhere you go during the day, you'll see their shadow flicking. You always feel like they are hiding in the plain sight wherever you're navigating through crowd, just because you so hope to see them once again, even just for a second. And some dreams at night there are, always revolving around seeing them again in hundreds of backdrops. Or worse still, as your stress level shoots through the roof for whatever reason, your nightmare goes so far as seeing them dead, attending to their funeral, and seeing them through a glass in coffin, or getting brutalized and killed, or the list goes on. That is your subconscious mind pulling off a reckoning through recurrent nightmare, for you have put it though hell in the past. You feel even more ashamed of yourself, calling it a PTSD. But what trauma was there? Not prolonged life and death experiences in war, not constant bullying. Not starved into a pile of skin and bones in an abusive family. You wouldn't talk to anyone, not even in a paid therapy session that you got finished off by. Not anything but a love that was one-sided, all because of the sickening obsession that shouldn't be. There could be a light, though, despite darkness that felt lasting a lifetime. Like how you were finally removed from their habitat in the end, you are slated to let go of whatever PTSD it is. Because what else can you do? The worst stops at never love again in this life. But you will survive, thrive even. Letting go is not about erasing memories or negating feelings. It's about acknowledging them, giving them space, and eventually understanding that your capacity to love is a testament to your strength, not your vulnerability. It's a gradual process of forgiving yourself for loving so deeply and forgiving the other for not being able to reciprocate. It's about realizing that your worth is not diminished by their inability to see it. The process of healing, may it last a decade or a lifetime, is the gentle unfolding of a bud into a flower. Slow, delicate, and natural. It's about giving yourself grace, allowing yourself to feel the full spectrum of emotions without judgment. Some days will feel like a step forward, others a slide backward. But each day is a part of the journey. It's about learning to be gentle with yourself, understanding that healing is not linear but a series of waves, each one bringing you closer to the shore. As you navigate through this journey, surround yourself with love. Not just the romantic kind, but love in all its forms. The love of friends, family, and the love you have for yourself. Engage in activities that nourish your soul, that remind you of your passions and the beauty of life that exists beyond the confines of romantic love. You'll begin to open your heart again, not hastily, but with as much tentative gradation as cautious optimism. You'll start to see the possibilities of a love that is reciprocated and fulfilling. A love that adds to your joy rather than your misery. This doesn't mean you'll forget the love that was unrequited, but you'll view it through a different lens, one of growth and learning rather than loss and longing. Remember, the whole long journey is not about reaching a destination where the past is erased, but about growing through the pain, emerging with a heart that's wiser and kinder. Capitalize on the resilience of the human heart. Even in the depths of despair there's hope, and with time, who knows? A new chapter awaits, filled with the promise of love that heals and fulfills. This round, how would you do differently?